What they've done now is not only have they usurped Jim Zorn's power, it dawned on me, Frank, that now with Sherm Lewis as your offensive play caller, and he's only been here for 2 weeks, the idiocy of this whole move is just numbing. And the reason I say that is, okay, he's the play caller. That's his responsibility. Who's he working for? He's not working for Jim Zorn. He's working for the owner and the general manager. So you can't tell me that all of a sudden it's simpatico between him and Jim Zorn. Now, if I'm the play caller and I got to do my best job and put the best guy, who's deciding who starts? I know Jason Campbell's starting, but is that what Sherm Lewis? In other words, you're going to give me the players and I got to call the plays? I'm telling you, I'll be more successful if I want this quarterback. It is chaos, Frank, and it's not going to change anytime soon until there's some kind of a commitment from this ownership to step away from the operation and hire the right guy. Now, all of a sudden, it's dawned on them after, what, 18 months that, oh, you've got too much on your plate? Well, who in the hell's fault is that really? Jim Zorn? No. Everybody wants to be a head coach.
Sure.
You're damn right he's going to say, I can do this. This is almost a hostage situation. This franchise has been taken hostage by someone who has the mindset of a child because everything revolves around them, and it's going to be difficult until that mental adjustment is made, that adjustment in personality. But that's going to be a lot of sessions on the couch with somebody. There's a lot going on here, and the more information that keeps coming in from this, it tells me that it very well may be something from ownership. They're trying to force Zorn out on Zorn's terms, meaning we save money. And to me, if you don't want Jim Zorn, do the right thing. You know, it's funny we're talking about this, but, you know, I was talking about, you know, I said this in a video last week, that Zorn, when they brought in Lewis, was castrated at that moment. And the interesting thing about now that Lewis has become the play caller, the interesting way that they do things out at Ashburn and the owner does things is they do it one testy at a time, which is kind of a whole new deal. And I used to do that to pigs years ago, but I never thought of it that way. We'll do one this week, and then in 10 days we're going to get the other one, okay?
Yeah, brace yourself.
There doesn't have to be a bloody ending to this. There doesn't have to be. What you have to need is for somebody to look down deep inside themselves and to try to find a strand, some small particle of humility, and get in touch with that and let that take over their point of view and give this thing back to the people that really made it what it was. Because what you have to understand is that this franchise became great on another person's watch. And all that's happened so far is it slowly has denigrated, and now, as I said at the beginning, it's in a state of decay. You know, unless there's some humility found on the part of the owner, you know, they're lost at sea, and I don't think there's any chance of this being recovered.